Okay, the recording has started, so we move from here. So tonight I want us to do a market analysis and overview on the pairs we are going to trade this week. Or is it this week? Next week? Tomorrow is Sunday, so we start with Euro AUD. It's been a while we have not looked at this pair since December. We have not looked at this pair since December, so we look at it from the monthly time frame. So this is how the monthly time frame is. I hope you guys can still remember this structure. I've shared this structure countless times with you guys. So this is what we have here. Price moving in this bigger channel like this way. So we were projecting this to happen between last year, even from 2019 we were projecting price to drop to this level again. So for those of you buying Euro AUD right now, I don't think it's a wise decision. We'll wait for it to tag this trend line here, because this is what the big players in the market are looking at, this bigger structure here. So wait for it to tag this trend line, this monthly trend line. When you get a rejection from here and the lower time frame, then you can buy to the top. But let's do analysis for this week. So this is what we have. We go to the one time frame lower, which is the daily. You guys know my time frame is monthly, daily, and 45 minutes. So depending on your time frame, you can just model this, then do whatever you want to do on your own time frame. So on the daily, I'll bring up my pivots and see where price is. So price is trading below PP. This is PP here, and where you see this shaded zone, this was a key zone throughout last year and even year before last. If I should shrink the chart, you see it clearly. You see, since this February 2020, since February 2020, see price bouncing off this level here. So this was a valid key level as at last year, but we see price breaking down that level this year. So price is trading below PP, and it's trading below PP, and is heading towards S2. So if you want to sell, if you want to join this sell trade down to this trend line we have here, this is the trend line from the monthly time frame down to this trend line here, you need to have a pullback on your entry time frame. In my own case, it's going to be the 45-minute time frame. That's my entry time frame. You want to see a pullback, tag there, then drop, we sell it to the downside. So let's go to my entry time frame and see what price is looking like. And then MACD is still down. MACD is still down. We still have good volumes here. Still have good volumes there on the MACD. So let's look at let me take off the MACD and pivot. Then let's look at the price action on my entry time frame. So this is what I have on the entry time frame. We're seeing a series of lower highs and lower lows. Let me shrink the chart so you see how it looks like. So a series of lower highs and lower low, lower highs, lower low. This is a lower high again, and this is a lower low. So if you want to join this trend to the downside, you can actually do this. Wait for price to break out of this, something like this nature. You can sell from here, from this highs, that is the 1.5800 zone, and sell from there and let it break down and you hold it to the downside. But don't sell immediately. Don't sell immediately. Just let it move 1, 2, maybe the third touch on that, then you sell from here. But if you don't have this third touch, you can sell on the second touch, on the second retest of this particular zone here. Alright, so my projection for this next week, I want this to continue going down. Still want to sell it to the downside. So we see that one more pull up here. then it drops, or this can extend a little bit to this high. Whatever price does, just make sure you follow it to the downside. You join it to the downside.
Can we ask a question, sir? During the
Yeah,
session,
I'm
or
listening. You can ask.
okay, sir. That zone which you just drew, that zone is like a consolidation zone. That small
Here,
zone, yes, that
this
small
one,
zone, yes,
yeah,
sir.
more
Yes.
like a build up to the
Then,
downside.
yeah, build up to the downside, yes, sir.
Mm.
You say if we are selling from the second or the third touch, it means
Mm.
we have to reference our stop loss a little bit above the previous high.
Yeah, the previous high, a little bit above this particular high.
Yes, yes.
Uh,
Okay.
but
Okay, that's
if you don't want your stop loss to be there, you can still reference it to these other highs here. That will give you
okay.
about I'm not sure it's going to be up to 30 pips, because we are selling from here to here. Okay, that is 40 pips there. If you move it to these other highs, that is about 100 pips stop loss. Then you join it to the downside. Your final TP should be on the S2. Let me pull up the pivot again on the daily. Your final TP should be on the pivot S2, or this zone here is a confluence of S3 and this trend line. But this is the best
Yes.
place to place the take profit. So my target is going to be here, not down here.
Okay, sir.
My target will be here. So once price drops to this place, take off your sell profit. Take everything off, because price may either bounce off or keep pushing lower. But once price drops to here, take off your profit. Let me look at that zone. That zone is the 1.5493 zone.
Okay.
Alright?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so we move to the next pair here. Move to Eurocard. Eurocard, I've not actually taken a position on this since November, but the monthly structure is still valid. You can see now. Post mic is still open. So this structure is still valid on the monthly. You can see price trading inside this ascending wedge here, and here was a breakout, but up here is a strong confluence. You can see price rejecting this zone and series of higher lows around that level. So price may push up and tap here before dropping again. But for the short time frame, for the short term trade, we need to go to the daily to figure that out clearly. But this is a move we are expecting, as in on the higher time frame. Price pushing up from here, tap this top, then drop, or from here, drop, and before going up again. But I won't base my judgment off the monthly time frame. You know that since we are trading for next week, so you want to see that short term move, and we try to spot that the next institutional level. So here to on Eurocard. Before I continue that Eurocard, let me look at something. Just remember. Alright, this is Euro AUD. Okay, we see some harmonic bullish, but then we look at index. Let's look at the index now. Index kissing the RSI top here. So Euro and AUD may be slightly weak next week. This is the daily chart, and this is Euro. Euro is consolidating, but AUD may be slightly weak. So next week, you can see this move here. This is an ending diagonal here happening here. My drawing is bad, but I hope you understand. We want to see it break down to the other side. I hope you guys are following me too. I'm not confusing you here. Just wanted to check that out. Eurocard. Okay, step out. Eurocard. Look at the card index. Look at the card index. Alright, the bearish Gatling is still in play. So back to trading view. Back to trading view. Alright, so the volumes are still to the downside on Eurocard. The card is still strong. So I'm going to take off this trend line. So price is trading in this bigger range. You can see this bigger range here. Price is trading within this bigger range. So all you need to do is let price run to the downside. I'll bring in the horizontal ramp, plot this out here. And to see price, that range, that is a big range there. Alright. Then I'll now turn off my pivot. So we have a clear price movement here. So price is already here at the 1.5497 zone. So we want to see price tag this stop, then push up again. This is a projection. Tag this bottom rather 1.5402 zone, then push up to the reverse to the upside. So that's the projection on Eurocard. Looking at it here on the entry time frame, it's a similar pattern we are having here with the Euro AUD. It's a similar pattern, but this has already moved. This is a pullback retest. Price is already moving. So if you actually use the EMA to trade, you can let the EMA come out again. When you see price tagging back the EMA, you sell to the downside. But for now, we don't have any clear entry, except you just want to jump inside this trade right now. You can jump in, though it's high risk, because if you should jump in, the risk to reward is going to be very low. Like if you jump in at current market price, target is down here at the 154 zone, then your TP will be up here. You see, the risk to reward is very poor, 1:1. So I don't recommend this trade. So for Eurocard, we are going to just wait for it to tag this zone before we look for it. Right?
Sir, please, I have a question.
Okay, I'm listening.
Okay, you said that okay, the first question is, you said that it's the same thing like the Euro card, the structure is the same thing like the Euro AUD.
It's similar.
So the only thing is that,
but for Eurocard,
okay,
price have already moved, so we don't have
okay,
a good.
which means price has broken that build up at the 45 minutes.
Yes. This was this build
That
up
is the
here.
build up.
It was around here, yeah. So
Okay.
price have broken up.
Oh, okay. I've seen it now. Okay.
So
I've
that
seen
is it. We look at Euro JPY.
Sir, please. Oh, no, I wanted to see your overall structure for the Euro card, like
on
for the
Euro
monthly
card,
time
right?
frame.
The monthly time
Yes.
frame. Right, this is the monthly time frame here.
Sir, please shrink your chart a bit.
I should shrink.
Okay. I'm cool with it. I'm good.
You are copying my structure, young man. I know what you are doing.
Yes, sir, you know we are learning from
I know
you.
you want to copy my structure. That's why I say I should shrink. See your head. Alright.
I have the channel, but the trend line, the resistance trend line is what I did not.
If you look at the overall trend on Eurocard, you realize that price have been long-term bearish. You see, since 1994, look at 1994, having series of lower highs, but price have not traded below the 1.200 zone. This kind of structure, when you see it on the major time frame, we want to see it break to the upside. We want to see it break to the upside, but yet the channel is not yet tight. It has to be very tight. So I'm not expecting this breakout to happen immediately. I'm not even expecting it to happen this year. So I want to see this other wedge like this break down, tag this bottom again before that breaks out happen. But this is on the higher time frame. So except you're a long-term investor before you take that kind of position. But if you are not, you trade within the lower time frame trend. Alright? So can I move forward, sir? I guess yes. So
yes, sir. Yes, you can move.
All right. So Euro JPY. This is the long term uh, structure here. I believe you have seen this for. I believe you have seen this for some time now. So we were waiting for this trend line, price to reject this trend line, but with the way it's going, price is here to break that trend line. But I'm still bearish. I'm still bearish on Euro JPY. I'm just seeing that as a manipulation from the sharks and the whales of the market. And when I go to the lower time frame, you also agree with me that it's a manipulation happening on the lower time frame. They are actually using this to hunt day traders and the lower time frame traders. So we go to the daily time frame. Here, if you notice, it's on the daily time frame that I turn on my pivots. So because on the daily time frame, that is where I want to see my key turning point. So you see these other key turning point here. This is the S5, the 123.261 zone, and the 126.56 zone, and 125.78 zone were actually my entry zone. But with what my price is doing right now, I'm going to adjust this entry zone from here to here to the R2, because price have actually closed above these highs you are seeing here. So the next entry zone will be this point here, and then I'll take this one off. Then I'll turn off these pivots. Price is actually trading above PP2, but it's approaching R2. But I'm seeing this. I want to plot this out for you guys to see. I'm seeing this is more like a smaller and ending diagonal. Remember one of the entries framework I shared with you guys. So when you see price approach a resistance zone or a support zone, then start carving an ending diagonal, just know it's manipulation from the big players in the market. So that is what is happening right now on Euro JPY. See price moving within this smaller structure here. So we want to see it break down to the lower side. So already price is at that top. It's close to R2. So we watch out for rejections around there. Yesterday was Friday, and we got a rejection from there on Thursday and also on Friday. Let's look at this. Alright, so look at that impulse there. Move. This looks like more like a double top. Then the first impulse, return, then another one. So for Euro JPY, it's good for a sell. It's good for a sell right now, but if you are selling, make sure your stop loss is above the 127.66 zone, as from here. So over here, that's about 77 pips. Then your TP should be way down, way down. The other level I spotted on the daily time frame. Let me look for it. The 123.26 zone. So that should be your final target. You can have other targets in between, but your final target should be the 123.261 zone. So for Euro JPY, we want to sell these two. But let me give this warning, please. If you are taking any of the Euro pairs, if you are selling Euro AUD, please don't also sell Euro JPY or Euro CAD. That is correlated. If you try that, if Euro AUD should hit your stop loss, Euro JPY too will also hit your stop loss. So you don't want to find yourself in that position. That is why, if you notice, you look at my watch list. If I should send a signal on a particular Euro pair, I won't send a signal to on a similar pair again. Alright, because I'm just using this to have a different market view. They know where to which particular pair is okay enough for me to pull a trigger. All of them have similar buyers. The Euro cross pairs have similar buyers, so don't go selling all of them. like selling Euro JPY, selling Euro AUD, selling Euro USD is a very very bad trading decision. So Euro AUD, sorry, Euro JPY, wait for it to break down to the downside, or let it tag the up and drop again. I hope you are cool with that. Any questions? If there is no question, we move to the next one.
No question, sir.
Alright, so we move to the next one is pound dollar. This is the pound dollar chart. Turn off your mic, please. Next time when you want to reply me, just type it in the chat box. Don't turn off your mic except I tell you to. So this is the pound dollar chart. Price is still trading, is still hanging around the trendline resistance on the monthly, and we want to see this bigger bearish wedge to break to the upside. I think that should happen this year if the vaccine is actually working well. I think this is going to boost the UK's economy, and pound is going to be stronger after now. So here is the daily time frame. Turn on my pivots. I've already mapped out my entry zones and my target zones out here. You see the yellow lines on my chart, the yellow horizontal lines. When you see the double horizontal lines like this on my chart, just know that is my entry zone. I want to find an entry within this zone. If it's single like this, just know this is my target zone. Alright, I believe you understand that. So pivots, I've turned on my pivots. You see price is trading below PP already. This is the PP. PP is at the 1.3588 zone, and price is already trading below that PP. We want to sell. I'm bearish on pound dollar, so I'll turn this off. I'm bearish on pound dollar. We were looking for selling opportunities from the 1.3704 zone. We missed that first impulse. That was 2 weeks ago, and last week, this week I sent a signal on pound dollar, and it actually hit our stop loss. It took us out on stop loss, and still is now going down. Now I didn't send another signal. This is why I didn't send another signal. I wanted to make sure that price has closed below this 1.3588 and retested it before I take another signal, and I've just gotten that. You see price, let me make this candlesticks bigger. Right, you see price have closed below this zone 1.3588, and yesterday Friday price went all the way up, tagged this highs again and dropped down. So for now, if you want to sell, you can actually place your stop loss above Friday's or Thursday high, that is around here. You can actually place your stop loss there. Alright, then your TP can be at this trend line or at the bottom where you have my target zone. This 1.2850 is the final TP. So what we want to see price do on pound dollar, want to see it drop here, start here, maybe push up again, then drop to this level again. Or if price doesn't push up, bounce from there, we can see it break down, correct, then drop. So these are the projections on pound dollar. But let's still look at my entry time frame. The 45 minutes time frame, that is my entry time frame. So the entry time frame is still concrete, is valid. We are seeing a kind of how do you call this chart pattern? Descending triangle, Abby. You see the descending triangle. Price keeps testing this zone, the support zone, and series of lower highs. So this is sellers pushing price to the downside. If what I'm saying is making sense, just type in making sense. Yes, lower lows, no, lower highs into support, not lower lows to support. Lower highs into support zone. Alright, making sense. Okay, Okon just joined us. That is nice. Okon, you're welcome or good evening. Alright, so for pound dollar, we are still bearish. I've gotten a valid confirmation. So next week, I'm still going to send a signal. I wanted to see price close below 1.3588. So price have done that. So we want to see price drop down, maybe pull up again before coming down here, or break here, correct, then drop. So that is the projections on pound dollar. So you watch out for that. Whatever you are doing on pound dollar, make sure you don't miss that sell move, that bearish move on pound dollar. So pound AUD, we have similar structure on pound AUD. This is the monthly. We have similar structure on pound AUD. Price have already broken this corrective move here and it's heading down. We want to see price back to this bottom here. I want to see price back to this bottom. So this is the monthly, sorry, the daily. I'll turn on my pivots. So this is my pivot. You see also price closed below H2 and retested it twice. That is a valid confirmation. This zone is a valid zone. So here is the entry zone here. If I'm to mark out my entry zone, I'm going to mark here. This is an entry zone here. Between there and here is my entry zone. That is my entry zone. Then my final TP, I'll now shrink this and go to, okay, let me go to the monthly at once so I won't stress myself. As the entry zone, and this is my final TP zone here. Alright, so if you want to sell pound dollar, your final TP should come in at 1.6164 zone. 1.6164 zone. Then find your entry between 1.7530 and 1.7426 zone. That is where you should find your entry within that level. So I'll turn off this pivot again. We see price bouncing off 1.753. Go to my entry time frame and see what is happening there. But before I make that decision, let me look at the pound dollar index and see what is happening there. Okay, the bearish candle is still in play. Let's look at the AUD index was at that top already, getting weak. Let's see if we can spot any valid harmonics. It was alright. Bearish alternate path is not yet in play. Not yet in play. Alternate path. Look at the monthly. 30 minutes. Alright then. So we move back to trading view. Right, so this is what we have here on my entry time frame. Price is still trading within here. So here's your entry time frame. Wait for price to target this top again. Just don't try selling immediately, please. Don't sell. If you sell, that may hit your stop loss. So just wait for price to target this 1.7530 zone. Price tags there, you take your sell and wait for it to drop down to the lower side. So that is for pound dollar. Now I hope you guys are learning something here. Now if you look at my watch list, first I started with the euro AUD, euro CAD, euro JPY, like 3 pairs. If you notice, the 3 of them have similar market structure and trend, but I'm not taking, if I take a trade on one of them, I'm not taking a trade on the other again, because it's like taking double risks, except I see a very unique pattern or entry. So I can now maybe reduce my risks on maybe euro JPY and also reduce my risks on euro AUD. so that if it hits stop loss, I know I'm not losing more than 2% of my equity for that particular setup. So what you need to do is that map out your watch list. When you map out your watch list, you can map out the pound pairs. Whatever you see on pound USD, just know that other pound pairs like pound AUD, pound NZD, pound JPY, they will have similar structure. So all you just know that okay, pound dollar is bearish. So definitely pound AUD may be bearish too. So all you need to do is go to the lower time frame and see which, if you can spot a good entry structure, and you move from there. I don't know if what I'm saying is making sense. If what I'm saying is making sense, just type in I understand you. Alright, so Okon understands, Jorian understands, alright, Joe. Alright, so we move to the next one. Pound yen. Pound yen is also bearish. You guys can see from here. I don't even need to go to the monthly time frame for you to see. This is the monthly time frame. This is the structure I have here. Let me extend this. This is the structure I have on the monthly time frame. So prices, this is an accumulation phase. What you are seeing here is an accumulation phase for this. We want to see it break out to this top here. Alright, so we move to our daily time frame. We are going to move a bit faster. We are already 36 minutes in. We have just 30 minutes left. So I pull up my pivots, and price is trading above PP and is rejecting this trend line from the monthly. You see, look at the Friday candle, inverted hammer is rejecting the trend line, the monthly trend line there, the monthly trend line resistance. So, and if you notice, since last year, price have been struggling above here. You see, tags there, drops, tags there, drops, tags there again, and it's dropping. So what are you going to do here? You look for bearish selling opportunities. But before we look at that selling opportunities, let me extend this big boy here to this level, so we make sure we validate our. But let's look at the volumes. The volumes are depreciating from the MACD. You see, it's now getting tighter around here. You see, it's getting tighter. So volumes, the bullish volumes are disappearing. We go to my 45 minutes, which is my entry time frame, and what do we see? We see something beautiful. We see something beautiful. It's almost like a railway track. So you can plot this out on your chart. Like this will guide your entry. So if you see price trade below this trend line, make sure you are selling. Make sure you are selling, because that will be a confirmation. That will be a change. How do you call it? A break of structure. Now this is the daily. This, if you can remember the entries and exits PISA, this is an uptrend since September 2020. Price have been moving in an uptrend. So we want to see a break of structure on our entry time frame for us to join it to this lower, to this price here, the 139.00 zone. So you want to see that break of structure on the entry time frame. In my own case, is the 45 minutes time frame. So we have higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs. This should have been a low, but it's just here. So this is another higher highs. So we want to see a break of structure. We want to see price. We want to see price do this, break this trend line I just plotted here. Want to see price break that trend line, tag it again, then drop. So we sell at the retest of that trend line. Even if you don't see a retest, remember, sometimes you may not have this retest, but if you see a correction like this on your lower time frame, your entry time frame, you can still sell it to the downside. So right now, don't jump in and sell, please, on pound yen. You can wait for it. If it's pushing, or wait for it, let it push up, give you a rejection at that top, then you sell it. If it doesn't push up, wait for it to break down, correct, then sell. So That is that for pound yen. That is GBP JPY. I believe you all understand that. Maybe the next one I won't stand to analyze all the pairs again. I will just pick one major one so that you understand that okay, if it is bearish on this one, the rest of them is going to be bearish. That is the way I do my analysis. I don't spend time analyzing all the charts one after the other. I just pick one of the major pairs. I know the trend direction. I know the how do you call it, the trend direction, and I understand the market structure. Then I'll use that bias to trade the similar pairs. All right. So if you understand the analysis I just made on pound yen, just let me know you understand the analysis. Just type in pound yen, GBP, JPY, JPY. All right. Who else understood the plenty English? Saying, all right, all right, all right. So we move to the next one then. USD card. So this USD card, I was looking for this is the daily. I won't go to the monthly, please. We want to manage our time. So this is a structure I have on the daily time frame. It's more like an expanding triangle at a support zone. Now look at this monthly time frame. See what we have here. We have a key zone here at the 1.45 zone and another key zone at the 1.200 zone. Price has been moving in this format, so price may likely tag this 1.22 before pushing up. But why I didn't start selling USD card is because the dollar is still strong. When I look at the dollar index, let me pull up the dollar index so you guys can see it. This is the dollar index. Hey, follow me, stop that. Now, if you look at the dollar index is already at the bottom, and we had an impulse move. This is like a correction. So another impulse trend is coming on the dollar move, on the dollar currency. This is let me try and draw it well. It's bad, sha. Let me draw again. Alright, so that is it. It's like there is a breakup, a breakout. You see, there's a breakout retest. That is a retest correction happening around here, and the strength is coming in again. Look at the harmonics, the bullish crap on this is the daily. I like looking at the index on the daily time frame. I like looking at the daily strength, not the monthly strength, because if you look at the monthly strength, you may miss road. So you look at the daily strength or maybe the 4-hour strength, but I love the daily strength. So if you look at I also have a bullish crap here too. It's still in play. Price has not yet hit stop loss. So we still have strength on the dollar. Now if I pull up the CAD index, you see it's still struggling. The CAD is still struggling. Look at it, it's still ranging within here. So there's no strength on the CAD. There's no strength on the CAD. So if there's no strength on the CAD over time, I'm not seeing this at the moment drop to 1.2. I'm not seeing this drop to 1.2. I want to see it bounce off from this lows. Maybe it might be a deeper correction, bounce off, tag this other smaller range here, because this is a secondary. What we have here, I'm just going to put this up, but I'll delete it. I don't like having it. This is a secondary resistance here. The 1.36882 zone is a secondary resistance. See price rejecting here, still bouncing, retesting here. So that is a secondary resistance. So we may have a deep pullback again. Price pull up, tag here, drop before we have that, before you see it tagging the 1.4500 zone. So that is why I'm looking for buying opportunities on USD card. Right? I believe you guys understand why I'm making that decision. So going to the daily, price is trading within the expanding triangle here. price is trading within the expanding triangle here. I had this double line before now because I was looking to sell it. I was looking to sell it from here to this trend line, but price have already made that move, correcting. So I'm going to delete that. I'm going to delete that right now. Then extend this to make sure I cover the dead areas. Extend this too. Alright, and let's turn on our pivots and see what is happening. Okay, price is trading below PP, so we still need to wait for price to drop down to and tag this low zone before we take a buy trade. But if you want to take that short-term sell, price have rejected that S1 over 3 times since on Wednesday. You see that rejection. Thursday there's another rejection. Friday there's another rejection there. So you can take that short-term sell, but make sure your TP is here at this trend line here. Make sure you take off your profit when price reaches here. So if you actually sell at the current market price, your risk to reward is going to be very poor. That's why I'm not looking to sell. I'm not looking to sell this place here. 1:2.6 is poor. That's why I'm not looking for selling opportunities. I want it to bounce off that trend line before I buy. Alright, so this is the for the 45 minutes. So you can actually wait for, if you want to make your risk to reward max a little bit, you can wait for it to tag this top again, this highs again. If it comes up, tags here and give you a rejection, then you can sell it to that trend line. But selling from current market price, I don't recommend that. If you do that, you're taking high risks. Hope I'm clear on USD card. So right now on USD card we are neutral. We are neutral until price gives us a confirmation, a valid reason to take a position. So NZD USD, this is another pair I've been tracking. So this is how the monthly looks like. We have this key zone here at the 0.6207 and price traded above 0.75. That was last year. You see that big imp close above that zone. That was November and December. Price did that. So price is up here. Now we want to sell. So many traders have started selling, but I'm not selling at current market price. I don't want to sell at current market price. I'm going to sell at this other price here, where we have 74.83, because that is the next institutional level. Now why I'm saying it's the next institutional level, if I should place this here, I'm going to draw a yellow line, which I'm going to delete soon. I just want to point this out because I'm seeing it already, so no need of me always plotting this thing over and over again on my chart. You see the bounce here, see the bounce here, another one here, another one here. That is 4. Cluster here, rejection here, 5, 6, 7. So this 0.7465 zone is an institutional level. So anybody rushing to sell NZD USD at current market price may be trapped. So the best place to sell, wait for it to tag that up, then drop, then you can sell. So I hope I'm clear on that. I'll delete this. Then I go to my daily time frame, which I'm going to actually turn off the market, the daily. So this is daily price. We were expecting to sell around this region. If you can remember last year, we wanted to sell around this region, but price didn't do it. But you look at this parabolic move here. Yes, price is going to sell, but is price ready to sell? No, price is not yet ready to sell. So what do you need to do? Join the short-term bullish trend to the upside. You see, price is even trading above PP already. So my entry zone now is within here. Is within the PP and S1. That is my entry zone. And why I'm putting S1 is you can see the cluster. You can see the touches there. You can see this touch here. 1, 2, 3. Then this one we have a touch here and a retest here. So if price to retest PP or the S1 0.710, then I'm going to take an entry from there. Then my target zone is S5. Sorry, not S5, R5. That is my target zone there. So I'll turn off my pivots. I want to see a very, very clean move. And let's go to my entry time frame and see what price is doing. If price has any plans coming to the downside. Yes. This is a corrective move here. Price tends to be coming to the downside. So we want to see this break down. Want to see this a big breakout to the upside. Want to see this break down. Which one is okay? So I want to see this. This looks more like a channel. Are you guys seeing? Alright, so we have this move, first touch here. I don't count this one because price didn't reach this down. First touch here, second touch here. So we might have that third one. Then we move. So already price have bounced off this other trend line, this entry. Bounce off here. But I wouldn't want to sell. I wouldn't sell because if I sell it's far away from my entry zone. If I buy from here, it's far away from my entry zone. So I want to make sure price is close to this zone before I buy. If I'm not seeing price close to that zone, I'm not going to buy. So I want this to happen. Tap this stop, drop again, tag this zone. When I get a rejection from there, then I'll buy. I'll buy to that R5. I hope I'm making sense though. I hope you guys are following my analysis. This is pure price action analysis. This is the way I do analysis. This is the way I do analysis. This is the way I scan the chart. I want to zoom out all these things for you to see how the parabolic move is like. See? So we just need to see price push up, tag this bottom, then go to the upside. If you don't see tag that bottom and you see it breaking through this correct, you can join it to the upside. Alright. So who was asking question? Just says please show us overall structure. I did show you the overall structure now. That's where I started from the monthly. So I'm hope I'm clear on NZD USD. Hope I'm clear on NZD USD. So that is that on NZD USD. I need to take off this other. Okay, let me go to that monthly and take that line off. Don't confuse me. Take it off. Alright. So we are looking for buy opportunities back to that top there. So don't be trapped looking for selling opportunities. Alright. Don't be trapped looking for selling opportunities. Make sure you're buying it to that top there. So we look at AUD JPY. AUD JPY has similar structure with pound yen and euro yen. You see that? You see that? This is the monthly price have actually, it's been ranging. This has been ranging since 94. It has been ranging between this level and this level. So when we had this spike and rejection last year January, that was last year January, between January and February, I was expecting it to break out and tag this top. Now we are seeing that breakout of that trend line. So on the monthly, you guys can see the breakout of that trend line there. See? So that's why I plotted this level, the 77.10. I was waiting for price to test that 77.10, then we buy to this level or this level, depending on how we are going to hold this. So you know I hold my trades for long term. So this is the daily. I can turn off my pivot here and see where the levels are. Price is actually trading above PP and R2. Actually closed above R2. So we should have a little bit of a pullback before joining that trend to the upside. Okay, so let me turn off. So you guys can see that after that breakout here, I was waiting for this to drop and tag this 77 point, but price never came to that level. Price never came to that level. It stopped here and started moving. So I missed that move too. You see, I missed that move too. So we still need to join this to R5. You still need to join this to R5. So R5 is our target zone. R5 is our target zone. I'll plot that out. So let's look for our entry zone. So entry zone will be we need to see a deeper pullback to PP. We need to see a deeper pullback to PP. A deeper pullback to PP. This is PP, and this other level here, and S1. So S1 and PP is our entry zone. So I now turn off my pivots. We want to see pullback to target this level, then we won't be seeing a retracement, and that's what I'm saying. We may see a retracement down here, so we want to buy and join when it retraces. So when we see that retracement to this level and we get a good rejection, that is when we want to buy to 82.894 zone, right? So let's go to 45 minutes and see if we have any signs of retracement. Okay, so price tags here. Wait, let me before I move, let me look at this here. Now look, I'm seeing a similar pattern and harmony pattern on that daily. This monthly projected bearish sharp. This also validates that price is going to really push up and tap this on the monthly. So this is daily. See, we are having this exhaustion. This is exhaustion. So price may actually, that pullback, we may see that retracement. I'll look at my 30 minutes. Alright, so that retracement will happen. If you want to sell against the trend, like selling the pullback, you can, but for me, I don't think I will. And looking at itself, the AUD index too, AUD maybe is getting weak very soon. And let's look at the JPY index. Yeah, JPY index, daily index, is even suggesting a bearish cipher, and from the look of things, this is where we have the stop loss for the bearish cipher, and price is heading towards the high. Let's just watch out and see what happens around there. If there's no rejection, the price closes above, then that may invalidate our setup. That means JPY is not going to be strong, it's going to be weak. Then I will now ignore that particular setup and having on AUD JPY till when things are clear. Already JPY is strong here, 6.3, and AUD is 2.9. That is from the currency strength meter though. So 45 minutes, this is the entry time frame. We want to see a break to the downside. So you can actually plot this to guide you. Or you take it from this button to actually guide you. So until when you see it breaking down, you can sell short term and follow it, but I don't want to sell. I just want to wait for it to tap this my entry zone, then I buy from there. Want it to drop, tap the entry zone, then I buy from there. That is my buyers on AUD JPY. So whatever you are doing, just know that the retracement is on the way, but the trend is bullish. Retracement is on the way, but the trend is bullish. On AUD JPY. This gold. Such a crazy pair. So this is a monthly time frame. The overall structure on gold. Gold has been bullish since 2017 and actually broke this all-time highs at the all-time highs was 1.1 Okay, 1912 zone, closed above it, traded above it for some time, and it seems it's back. Wait, gold is trading below that all times high again. That means we may see some bearish impulse. We may see bearish impulse in weeks to come. So let's look at the daily time frame. The MACD, MACD. We are seeing the bullish impulse are going off. Let's turn off the pivot and see where we have. Wow! Look at that rejection from R5. Look at that rejection from R5. R5. Tap this top. That is the all-time high is there. The R5, 19.5. Okay. So this is going to be a decision maker for us. This zone, you see this zone? This zone is going to help us in making a decision on this. Alright. So if price should close below that zone, retest it on your inventory time frame, just know it's going to reach this trend line again. Alright. So that's that zone now. That is the decision making zone for us. Let me adjust this and place it well. Okay, because price have actually rejected the all-time highs. If you look at these all-time highs now, let me plot it on. Let me put an horizontal red. I'll delete it though. This is it. That was the all-time highs, 1915. So price closed above it, traded above it at some point. Then we look at it November. Even not even November. That month before November is what? Is it October? So price rejected it, rejected that 1915 zone after coming down, rejected again November, rejected again December. Now in January, price is still rejecting that zone. So this is signs that we may see it drop down, though it may not drop down to 1500 again, but maybe it will tag at least 1700, like 1700 before pushing up to the upside. So what we have here on the daily, it's a corrective structure. It's more like a bullish flag. What we have here is a corrective structure. So pay close attention to what price is doing within this zone. This zone that I shared, the where we have a current market price. So I'm going to turn off the pivots right now. So we see a clear price action. Let's go to entry. Whatever we see around there, we can. Right, it's still the bearish impulse is still strong. Look at this. Bearish impulse is still strong. Bearish impulse is still strong. So whatever price is doing around here, if you see it bounce off like now, it's going towards that zone again. So if you see it enter the zone, give you this, make sure you are buying from here. Make sure you buy from there. But if that's not what you are saying, if you see this price pulls up, rejects, then you sell from here. So on gold, I'm actually neutral on gold. On gold, because price is at a decision zone. We just need to pay we need to pay attention to it. Though we have there was a rejection here, rejection here, a rejection here. Some manipulation may come in here on this particular rejection. Manipulation may come in here. So many traders will want to buy from here. So many retail traders, and you know the big boys now, they like playing with us. So this may actually go the opposite way. If majority are buying, this may actually go the opposite way, like coming down here. Even if we plot a trend line from here, plot the trend line from here, see price broke that trend line. I'm going to delete that. I don't want to see that trend line. I've already seen what I wanted. So that is what we have on gold. What else? Bitcoin has been rallying like say village people, they pursue them. Alright, so this is Bitcoin. Look at that parabolic move there. 3 months straight. 1, 2, 3. 3 months straight, closed above these all-time highs. This was an all-time high here. Uh, the 19,000, I mean 20,000 was an all-time high. Price have closed above this. So what do you think Bitcoin is going to do? Look at the daily time frame. It's very parabolic. Just look at this. Just look at this. Look at that move. Parabolic move. Now, so many people are so excited. They are buying. But I love wealth. I love the sharks of the market. They know how to do their thing. So as you have been excited that Bitcoin is trending higher, just know that when price moves like this, from experience, price moves like this, when you have a parabolic move like this, just know that there will be a pullback, and the pullback may be very, very, very deep, right? So let's bring out our pivots. Price is already at above, is trading above. At 40,600 price mark. So the next key, the next bus stop is going to be R5. That is the 56,000 zone. But do you guys actually think that price is going to move to 56,000 zone without a pullback? Ah, hell no. There should be a deep pullback. There should be a bigger pullback, not just a deep pullback. Something of this nature. A bigger pullback like A, B, C. Then continue pushing to the upside. I want to see this. I want to see this. I want to see this. If I see this, I can now buy again. Now, I'm not just saying this for saying sake. It has happened in the past. Price doing such corrective move. Look at it here. This is one here. After a parabolic move, this is after a parabolic move. We saw a correction, then continue. This was another parabolic move. After a parabolic move, you see this A, B, C. This one didn't touch the bottom again and move. So this is how Bitcoin normally moves. There is always a correction. There is always a correction before the next impulse. This was another one here. Okay, what is that? This was another parabolic, another correction here. Bigger correction. A, B, C. Then the parabolic move there. So price must correct. So wait for that correction before you go all in again on Bitcoin. So if you are to ask me, so where should we look at our entry? So I would say just plot this out on your chart. The all-time highs and where you have the PP. Not even the PP here, where we have the S1. That is the 27K. Yeah, where we have the S1. Price may trade within this range in the next maybe 4 months or 5 months. I've turned off my pivot, so be careful. Watch out for price to make a bigger correction within these zones, the 42,100 zone and the 27,700 zone. So watch out. We may see corrections within this zone before price push up. Though some former traders will still keep buying, then we see that drop, then move to the upside. Whatever price does, just know what you're doing. Let's look at the entry. Are we having a break of structure here? Are you guys seeing a break of structure? Wow. Are you seeing a break of structure? So this will really help us. Right. So this is going to help us. That trend line I just plotted now on my 45 minutes. See? Series of higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows. So after these highs, price has been unable to go up above again. So this may be a correction, pulls up again a little bit, then drop. But if that doesn't happen, if you see it dropping from your correct, you can sell it to the downside, because it's really going to reach that 20. It may reach that 27,000 price mark. Okay, so that is that for Bitcoin. It's already 8 p.m. It's already 8 p.m. So that's where we stop for today. I don't want this to exceed 1 hour because I have another call to do. I have another call to do. The last on my list is Nasdaq. So I can just rush through it. Nasdaq is closing. Is trading above the all-time highs. Is trading above the all-time highs daily. Right. So this is what we have on Nasdaq. See, this was the all-time highs. 12,004 12420 zone, and price broke above it, retest, heading up, broke up, retest again, and it's heading up. So if you are trading Nasdaq, look for buying opportunities. If you are trading Nasdaq, look for buying opportunities. Look for buying opportunities to the upside. That is for Nasdaq, but buy with care though. But look for buying opportunities. Right. So that is all. That is all we cover for today. I hope you guys learn something new. At least we'll be doing this often. Please make sure every day, every Saturday by 7 p.m. we are available online. We are going to be in this live analysis like every every Saturday 7 p.m. So first of all, let me stop the